using, all right? First and foremost, let's look at these buttons. I'm so excited about these. Let's cut this package open. I have a Ziploc bag I can put them in after we're done peeking at them, but these are gonna be so pretty. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Margaret. Look. OMG. Big ones, little ones. Look at this. Babies. I was looking for the one in the picture. I don't see it. Look at this one. Oh, that was, I thought it was a double button, but it's not. These are so interesting. This one is. Look at that. That one's kind of interesting. Look how cool these are. I love this. Now, my grandmother, y'all, my grandmother was a seamstress, and I used to love her little button container. I actually have her sewing machine and her stool from her sewing room. Look at those. Those are super cool. And it is in exact same condition as it was when she was still alive, and I love it. It still has buttons and some patterns. It would be a pretty autumn tree, wouldn't it? Whoa, pretty. Look at this one. That one's super interesting. Look at that. Look at these. These are so cool. I just want to touch them and look at them and play with them, but we're not going to be able to make art if we just sit around and touch the buttons. But aren't they cool? Look at this. Did I show you that one already? That is so kind of cool. Ah, almost all white and black. That's funny. Yeah, my grandmother's are all different colors. This feels like there's something missing out of there, don't it? Maybe that one's broke. That one's broke, I think. That's all right. Just the coolest pile of buttons you've ever seen, and I love that there's some light ones and some dark ones, and just the variety of sizes and stuff. I got these from Amazon, and don't make me lie, but I'm thinking these were like $8, I think. Just go on Amazon and do a search for buttons, and you're gonna find all the colors. I have red, I have green, I have white, I have yellow, I have, look at that one. I have these orange ones. I don't know why. I just got on a rampage and started buying all of the buttons. Aren't they fun? They're so much fun. All right, but we need to make some art. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna squish these over. Actually, I'm gonna put them on a plate. Let's put them on a plate. Oh. That way we can still have them here. I don't want to put them back in the bag yet. This one is super cool. It kind of looks like it has like the bee pod, or what do you call it? The hive on the back of it. These are so much fun. Love them. I love my grandmother's buttons. These aren't my grandmother's buttons. So we're going to be using a variety of sizes. We're going to use a couple big ones, mostly small and mediums. I am just in love with this. I'm going to scooch these over. This is already full. That's how many buttons there are. Yes, I'm a buttonaholic too. I mean, y'all seen my buttons. Okay, I'm going to scoot these over because they're not all going to fit. But I'm going to scoot them over a little, and we'll work from that pile. The colors are fabulous. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the buttons, y'all. Every time I go into Hobby Lobby, I go to the fabric section and look at the buttons too. Because then I'm like, how can I use this? How can I use that? Remember the black and red, great big buttons that we used in our snowman? See, I'm just a button lover. Love it. Thank you, Karen. Okay, 4x12 canvas. You can get these in a 3-pack at Michael's. They come in a 3-pack, and they're often on sale, but I painted mine black because I wanted to get ahead of the game, and just painting something black for 5 minutes and having to dry it is kind of boring, so I went ahead and got that done. Now, here is my carrot. I went ahead and sketched it. I don't even know if you can see it. I will outline that in marker before I scan it. And for my peoples, yes, I believe that too, Colleen. I believe that too. So I am going to actually use white transfer paper. Normally we would use the black, you know, the graphite paper, the carbon paper. Normally we'd use black, but we can't use black on black. You can't see it. So I have this white that I got at Hobby Lobby as well in the art department. Over by where all the pens and markers and stuff are, you can get little packs of white graphite paper, transfer, tracing, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to cut this in half. I was trying to save on paper, so I went ahead and just used half of my little sheet, so we can use the other half for something I don't want to waste. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut this, and we're going to just trace our carrot. I could probably just sketch it, but if there's somebody new here who doesn't really know how to transfer the image to your canvas, we want to do this for them. Is there anybody here who this is your very first time watching a live here? Let me know. Raise your hand. All right, I'm going to take this down. Get me some tape. I don't know what happened to my roll of tape. Oh, hang on. Muscatine, Iowa. Thank you for the sprinkles. I'm going to just tape this down right at the bottom to the bottom of my canvas so it doesn't shift. I'm glad you're here, Sandra. And we are going to use, she is amazing, Debbie. Mila is amazing. She was 1 week old yesterday, and I am just completely in love. Just completely in love. She is amazing. All right, so I am going to just slide. Oh, that's interesting, Joan. Thank you for letting us know that. Joan says that Amazon sells a color pack where you can get black and white, so that is convenient. I'm just going to slip this under. Now you can see my carrot a little better. And I'm literally just going, I'm going to put my hand on here so it doesn't shift. And I am going to take my stylus. If you don't have a stylus, you can just use a ballpoint pen. And I'm just going to trace my little carrot. And make sure, if you're freehanding, make sure that it's not a perfect triangle. Carrots are not perfectly straight. They're all wonky and crazy. I'm not even, thank you, Susan, I'm not even going to trace the greens above the carrot top. We're just going to freehand those, but if you need to do that, then trace those as well. And now you can see the white has worked. It has done its job. And I can see my image right on my black canvas. Can you see that? Yeah. So we are going to paint. We are going to paint. And we're not going to like stress out too terrible much about it because the buttons are going to go on top of our paint. But we do want a little orange under there so that if there's space between the buttons that you'll see orange, right? So I'm just going to get, this is called Spiced Pumpkin by Americana. I'm going to get a little bit of spiced pumpkin. Y'all know I like anything pumpkin. And we are going to, yes, I am, oh, Lord, y'all, I'm in love. Okay, so I'm just going to go, I'm going to use I'm just using a big round. This is like a number 12 rounds, but use whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. You don't have to use this brush. I'm just going to get some of this color on my carrot. So we have, and this might take, we may do 2 coats just for general principle. Not much of this is going to show, but y'all know I don't like, I like it to look nice underneath, even if it's not going to show. I'm a weirdo that way. I'm a little strange that way. So I'm just gonna go down and follow my little tracer line and wiggle on a little bit of this orange. And I'm just like, ugh. It's hard to want to work because all I want to do is go to their house and sit and hold that baby. That's all I really want to do. I don't care. Just want to hold babies. And voila. So that's a nice thin coat, but you can still see a lot of the black showing through. So I'm gonna hit this with, thank you for the stars, Terry. I'm gonna hit this with my heat gun just for a few seconds just to get this coat dried up a little, and then that would be really cute, Margaret. You could definitely do like a group of those. Yeah. And the kids live about 20 minutes from me, but they're like, I could get to their house from my art studio in 7 minutes. So I'm super excited about that. So we're just gonna dry that up and put another quick coat on just so that it's a nice, solid brown coat. And then we're gonna add some green to the top. Oh, 15 and 13, my goodness. Kathy's grandson lives 2 doors away. Oh, I love that. Oh, don't you think, thank you, Devin. Don't think we won't be having little me laying here making art. She's gonna her and Steve are gonna be fighting over who gets to join in, aren't they? Who gets to be playing. All right, I'm gonna let that cool just for a few seconds. They are doing great, Joan. Thanks for asking. They're tired. They're really tired, but they're doing really well. You know how it is, brand new babies, first time parents, super tired. All right, so I'm just gonna get a quick second coat of this orange on, so that we have a nice ground coat. And thank you, Jill, for the stars. I'm painting with my head down, so if you sent stars and I missed it, I didn't call out your name and say thank you, I apologize, but I'm gonna thank you right now. But it's hard to look and paint at the same time. The orange buttons came from Amazon. There's tons of them too. What you see is not even half what was in that bag. They know everything. Oh Lord, yep. That sounds about right. Kids in general. All right, this is a nice second coat. I think that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. Oh, I bet, Rennie. Ooh, Lord. Oh, Margaret, I know. I'm not quite ready for that yet. All right, so now here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna use some Vitrograph at the top of our carrot, but I'm gonna add just a few little sprigs of that green anyway. And this is Hauser Medium Green. eBay has the neatest paint. Is it overpriced, Becky? Are they gouging? Are they gouging? Let me find a liner brush that is appropriate. I wish I had a great big long one. I used to, and I don't know if, look, these are my rounds, y'all. I don't know if, looks like a good one. I used to have one about 3 times that long. Just a huge long liner that I loved. And I don't know if I just have so many that I can't see it, or if it's MIA. But I don't see it, y'all, big time. I don't see it, so we're gonna use this one. You just want something small and pointy. Okay, 4 for 11. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, You're not ancient, Margaret. Okay, so liner brush, tiny little brush. I'm gonna go ahead and wet that. And I'm gonna leave some water on my brush because I want this to be kind of ink-like. So it will just make a nicer little sprig off the top of our carrots if it's inky and just kind of wet. So, and I'm just gonna do it. There's no right or wrong. I am just going to start at the top of my carrot and just swish up. Thank you, Brenda, for the stars. So I'm just going to sprig up. And we're gonna put Vitrograph down here too. So I'm not terribly worried about how it looks. I just wanted a little, hey, Mary Ellen, and congratulations on your sale at 44. No, I love that place. I just really wanted to have a little bit of green on here for the Vitrograph to just bounce off of. So we're just gonna make a few little sprigs. All right, that's good enough. Let's get this dry. I'm having a hot flash, so the last thing I really wanna do is turn this hair dryer on, or this heat gun on, but we're gonna do it anyway, just real quick. We get this dry. Yes, Kathy, we are gonna use Vitro. Yes. So let's get her dry. I love the black. I'm just obsessed recently with painting my backgrounds black. I don't know what it is, but everything just looks so good on a black background. Don't it? All right. So real quick, I want to show you what I brought to the dance. I have some Vitrograph. We're going to let that cool off for a second. I brought 2 different colors of Vitrograph because I thought we might mix it up. This color is called I Don't Know because apparently I've peeled off the label, but it's really dark. It's a really dark green. Don't know. Sorry, y'all. Dark green. It doesn't really matter. Green's green is green, right? And we are going to use some of that. And want a few smaller pieces. Maybe that one. And I don't want them to have a lot of curve to them, just a little bit of curve. That one's good. So let's get 3 of these. I wish I knew what color this was. Oh, that one's a good one. So I'm gonna use 3 of this darker color. It may be hunter green. It is super dark and it's opaque. It's not, it is not translucent. Catherine, will you tell Lisa where to get this glass? We buy this from Etsy, from an Etsy shop. It's a really nice lady. It's called JL Glass, and Catherine is going to post that for you. Vitrograph. It's just kind of strangy. Now this color is spring green, and it is pretty much my favorite color of the Vitrograph. I use it a lot. I'm going to dump some of that out and show you how pretty it is. Oh, look at that, y'all. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, now I just dumped so much glass out. So we're gonna mix it up and we're gonna use a little bit of the dark and we're gonna mix in a little bit of this lighter color too. Oh, this one's good. I don't want it to be super curvy. And let's see, that one's kind of fat. Oh, this one's good. It's kind of fat too, but I think that'll be okay. So we got this one, and look at this one. Look how fun that is. That is so fun. Maybe that one. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Y'all know I like oddball numbers, so I'm gonna go with this, and I am gonna just get this back in the bag because it's gonna be a hot mess if I don't. Hot mess. This one is fantastic too. maybe with the rest of the buttons next week, we can do like a field of poppies or something and use some of the Vitrograph again. And use the buttons as the flowers. Thank you, Rebecca. Somebody just posted the name of the seller, Rhonda. It's called JL Glass, JL. But if you just search Vitrograph, there are a lot of people who sell it. We just use JL for the most part. They're very generous. And I'll tell you this, they package their stuff up so well. I've never received a package with busted pieces. So, oh, what do you think? Okay, so much fun. All right, be still now. So, we're going to use this. Thank you, Ileana. Thank you so much. We're going to use the Vitrograph, but we're also going to put buttons on here. I'm not going to try to figure out where the Vitrograph is going to go until we get our buttons on, and I'm actually going to use a little bit of glue, just a little, to just to keep our buttons in place until we resin. Not a lot, just a real thin, random layer, just to kind of keep things together. All right, just a little bit of glue, and we're gonna just start layering our buttons. And we have a lot of dark buttons, a lot of small buttons, a lot of light buttons. So I'm gonna kind of use some of the darker buttons as my shadow. So I need to find the smallest one we have for down at the bottom. And I don't think there's one smaller than that. It'd be fun if there was an oblong one, but there's probably not. Oh, that one's kind of oblong. It'll work at the, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add a couple of the bigger ones just along the middle, and I want them to be different. And then we'll pile on random sizes, okay? I'm just gonna puzzle piece this, and I'm gonna layer a little bit, so just bear with me. Let's do that one there, and maybe, let's see, oh, look at that one. That one's fantastical. Let me scoot you down, scoot down. Actually, I'm gonna do it on the other side. Get that booger up. We're gonna do that over there. All right, now I'm just gonna start kind of layering. Let's get some medium-sized buttons. This one's interesting. And digging on this one. Look at that one with the little funny holes in it. Love it. Cute, cute. Let's put it up here. And here. Oh, it's got some words on the back. And we'll put you over here. This is fun. It'll be a really fun job for somebody who is meticulous. My temptation is just to dump them all. Thank you, Jan. My temptation is to just dump them because y'all know I hate placing things like this. I hate like just being, but there's no choice here. We have to do it this way. Oh, look, here is a dark one. Put that on the outside. We'll leave a little space for a baby. Here's a little baby. We're gonna layer too, so don't worry about spaces. Scoot over. Oh, this little baby. I know. Thank you, Patricia. I know. At first, when I first saw the buttons, I was like, oh, I don't know. But then I was like, oh, yeah, I do know. I know we're doing this. We are definitely doing this. let's see what we have over here. I like this color. It's a little darker, but not, it's kind of reddish. Now, it's getting to be about time to start kind of layering things up a little. And this one's super cool. I gotta find a place for it. This one's tiny. Let's stick them in there. This one looks like it has a butterfly on it. I don't know what that is. Cute. Kathy, I'm not that put together. I'm definitely not that put together. All right, so I'm gonna start, I believe, I'm gonna start layering. And it's kind of like when we do the glass and nip Christmas tree stuff. You are just kind of layering on top of other buttons or other pieces of glass to just fill in the voids, okay? So I am going to take a little bit of glue and anywhere I have a void, I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue. Here's what I'm gonna do. I can't be perfect. I'm just gonna do that. We'll do the top and see how it works out. And I'm gonna start again with some of the larger, and I'm gonna pile up on top. And this one, we'll pile up where there's a gap. We're just gonna fill that gap in with a button. Let's get something a little bigger. This one has some good texture to it, so let's put that one right there. I'm loving this one. Look, this one looks like somebody chewed on it. Looks like a chewed up piece. Let's get a little button down in there. And let's see. Put one right there. And this is a good project if you're a newcomer. If you're new and you're a little scared of working with the glass, this is a good project to start with. Let's fill that hole here. This is fun, y'all. Let me get a larger. That one's interesting. And this is kind of fun. Thank you for the share. And I'm just gonna put, I need a bigger one. Let me look over here in this. Look at that one. That was massive. Watch that. That one looks damaged a little. Let me put this one. I want a dark one. All right. I had one. I like this one too. It's kind of a square. Yeah, a few sparkly beads. Yeah, I wonder if I have any. I don't even know if I have any orange seed beads. That would be interesting. All right. Hang on, y'all. I'm over here trying to get into this pile as well. That's black. I don't like it. There we go. Now we're talking. We put a little dot here and put a little piece right in the middle. This one's interesting. And it's kind of turning out to be kind of cool. Super fun. I need to add a little more glue. Steampunk carrot, yes. The buttons came from Amazon, and there are tons. And they were super cheap too. I don't remember exactly how much they were, but I can tell you that they were not expensive at all. Because they were so affordable that I bought like every color I could think of. It was super fun picking colors. All right. Let's see. I need a bigger one for right there. Let's see what we have. I think I'm going to use that one. And getting down to the baby ones now. That one's super cool. All right. See, we don't have to use glass for everything. Even though I love making glass hearts. Let's see if I can find a medium size. This one is an interesting one. It's got a little bit of metal in the little holes. Can you see that? So that'll be a good little gapper right there. And another gapper. And I think I need one little baby. And then we'll look and see if there is any spots we need to add. That is so cute, y'all. I hate that being right in the middle there. I need to move that booger over. And then we'll add in another one. Oh, that one was exactly the same. That's all right. Let's put a little color here. And a little color. This is too fun. Y'all don't let me do 10 layers, okay? Oh, that's cool. Carolyn, how interesting. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's this is kind of a red looking button. And I'll put one here. And I need a baby. I need a little baby for here. Y'all are gonna have to make me stop, man. Make me stop. I think I'm gonna stop because I literally could sit here and do this and make it so fat. I could make this so stinking fat. Thank you, Elena. It could be like an inch high. I could just keep going and layering and layering. But you get the gist. Get the gist of this. And buttons from Amazon, super fun. I have so many like projects in my button projects in my brain now. I'm like on the struggle bus. I just want to make button art. I know. Get yourself together. So now we're going to add some of this Vitrograph to the top. And I'm going to just put a little bit of glue right at the base, right where the green starts, just to kind of keep things held together. Not trying to glue them down. I just want them not to wiggle too much once I start placing them. And I have a lot. And we may, oh look, that one is off the canvas a lot, like raised up. And it's off the canvas on the end too. And I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad, y'all. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna tuck this one under that. And we'll put that right beside it. Look at there. And we're just gonna start adding in some Vitrograph. We may have to put a button on top of there to kind of hold that down. Let me flip it. It doesn't want to be held down. Not unlike myself. Don't like to be held down either, buddy. This one I think is going to be too big, but we're going to try to slide it under. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Come on. I'm just going to get them in, and then we'll arrange them, and then I'll show you. It is Aleene's, yes. All right, let's do another dark one. These are really big. I'm going to have to break off just a smidge of that. And I'm going to stick it in right there. Right there. And I feel like I need something coming out that way. So I'm going to break this one. That one's a little fat right there. So I'm going to use my nippers and just cut it right in half. I'm not going to do it over my art though. Ouchie, I pinched my finger. And we want it to go like this way. Hang on. All right. I am almost happy. Let's see if I can get this last one on. I know there's one there too, but I'm going to add this one and then maybe stop. Stop. All right, look, y'all. This is so cute. I am going to look at that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, probably Margaret, but I'm just like, ugh. You give it a try, and then you can tell us. I'm going to add a little bit more glue just down here at where the Vitrograph is touching the carrot. Just kind of hold that in place. And then we're going to find a button that kind of has a raised edge that we can put on top of there to help hide where it kind of touches. Does that make sense? Let's see what we have. And it needs to kind of be small. I think this one will do. See, this one kind of has that raised around the outside edge. And so it'll do really well right here and help hide the ends of that Vitrograph. Just like that. I believe. I believe it. I believe it. I'm going to add one more just for more dimension. Y'all, this is so stinking cute. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. So something else you could do is if you had a bigger canvas, you could write Happy Easter, or you could do, Here Comes Peter Cottontail written out, anything like that. I like the simplicity of this. So I'm going with this, but I'm super anxious to see what you guys come up with. So for now, let's go ahead and get this resin. All right, I have to take a sip because my throat is so dry. Oh, that would be so cute, Becky. That would be so cute. All right, so I don't think we're gonna need much resin. I'm gonna go ahead and do, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do an ounce just for safety, just for measures. I know we're not gonna need that much, but I'm trying to decide. We're gonna go ahead and make an ounce. I do have something on my table that needs resin. So if it ends up being too much, I won't be wasting resin. All right? So let me I will post a link to where I got these buttons if you guys want me to, but if you just go to Amazon, you should be able to find them. Let me write on my cup at my lines, at my mark. This is a 2-ounce cup. Let's see, 1/2 ounce. Darn, where is that line? 1/2 ounce here. 1 ounce here. Those lines are hard to read. Is it, did I resin my friend's broken cross? Oh, we already talked about doing that, Donna. We may do that next week. I don't know what broken cross you're talking about. If you're talking to me, you might not even be talking to me, so let's see. All right, let's go ahead. These are called resin cups, mix and measure. I think, Patrick, I'm not sure if these are in the guides on the Shattered Circle page, but if not, just do a search in Amazon for measure cups, 2-ounce measure cups, and that should come right up. You go, Deborah. So let's do our hardener. I'm probably making too much resin, but like I said, I'll tell you how much I used when we're done, so you'll know what to expect. And then if I have too much, I'll put it on this other piece. Wouldn't that be cute? A whole menagerie of veggies. A little bit more. There we go. Last week's live was an old one. Never mind. Oh, yeah. Yes. It was an old one. And I don't even know whose cross was broken, but I probably did fix it. I probably did, because that's how I roll. So let's mix up this resin. And Catherine, you're here, right? I did see you. We're going to do this. Thank you, Catherine. We're going to stir for 3 minutes. Catherine's going to let me know when my 3 minutes are up. So now is a great time. If you have a question, I'm going to move this up just a little so I can see. So if you have a question, now's a good time to ask it because I got 3 minutes of time. I hate that you can see my lap, but it's just going to have to be because I need to be able to see my phone. Can you see my phone? Stir, stir. Catherine's going to be fussing at me. Left side looks too dark. I'm not sure what that means. Mila looks like, it's hard to say. I think she has some features of both. She is definitely a little blonde, but they're both blonde hair, blue-eyed. And so it's hard to say right now. It's hard to say. I came in late and can rewatch, but I'll ask anyway, did you paint the black? Yes. I actually painted the whole thing black, and then I traced on the carrot with white graphite paper and painted the carrot orange. Amy's having cataract surgery. Yay! My wire bracelets, I actually bought these at a little store here in South Haven. It's like a guitar string or piano wire or whatever that's called. And I think I've seen them on Amazon, I think, Becky. We may have Hey Hey next week. What do you say about that? Y'all loved you some Hey Hey. I told him after that live was over, he was stuck now. He's going to have to hang out. Thank you, Kay. This shirt came from my monogram box framed with Sarah Williams. So that's where my shirt came from. Baby and mom are doing wonderfully. I have a painting my grandson painted with photos. I would Mod Podge that first, Kathy, just for safety. Just for safety. Look at all you. The glass is called Vitrograph. And Emmy, I think Cece, but she can call me whatever she wants. Honestly, I think whatever she wants to call me. Ellen, there should be a button down at the bottom that tells you, like it's a stars button. I can't see it on my page either. Catherine said time, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to give it another 10 seconds, Catherine, because I know I've been dilly-dallying. So I'm going to give it another quick stir. And she is so precious, y'all. You have no idea. You have no idea how hard it is for me to come to work right now. Yeah, I love that. All right, so 3 minutes of stirring. And I'm going to start with my Vitrograph. Yes, the left side has darker buttons. Yes, here. So the buttons are all different colors, okay? So I tried to keep some of the darker ones on one side, so it was kind of like a shadow. That's okay. That's okay, Ellen. Yes, on Hey Hey. Yes. Winnie, I like that, Wendy. Mimi one day. Y'all, I love the grandma names. Grandsons call you Bubba. I love that. Except my daughter calls my son Bubba, so we can't have that. All right, so I'm going to start drizzling. Let's get some resin on this Vitrograph first. I'm just going to start drizzling right on that top curve of that Vitrograph so that what it does is just kind of rolls off the edge and helps adhere it and sticks it to the canvas. So we're just going to get started on that. And I'm going to be very generous because in all reality, I probably should have put a coat of resin down and then stuck the Vitrograph where I wanted it so I didn't have to go in between the little strings. But now it's too late now. It is what it is. It is going to have to be. So putting it on, even this raised piece that I'm working on right now, that piece is probably a 1/2 inch off the canvas. Even putting it on top of there, it helps strengthen the Vitrograph so it's less likely to break. Oh, sorry. You can't even see what I'm doing, can you? I forgot. I'm sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry. I raised it up so I could see my phone because for some reason I'm not seeing comments very quickly on my iPad. And so I was doing that to help me, and then I just messed y'all up. So I am putting just the resin on the Vitrograph. Sorry about that. We need a buzzer. So when I'm doing something crazy, it just buzzes. Right? Honey, I love that. All right, so I'm going to move up now that y'all can see what we're doing here. And I am going to resin right over the top of my buttons. So just drizzle over your buttons. Make sure you're getting all those little crevices. I don't want it drowning in resin though, so I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to use my hands as well to make sure the buttons are all nice and covered. We might use this whole ounce. We'll see how it works. If not, it'll be really close, super close. Grandpa, that's funny. I guess the baby's gonna call Steve, hey, hey. think that's perfect, don't y'all? All right, now I think we have all the buttons covered. I'm gonna take a little bit, I'm just gonna kind of move some around my canvas with my stick. Make sure I'm covered. Just pull it to the edge. I won't resin the edges on this. What I'll do is wait until tomorrow when the resin is dry, and then I will use the Mod Podge gloss. That really turned out nice. Did y'all see the video I did of mine and Steve's flowers where, because the background was black and I hate doing the resin on the sides, I used that gloss Mod Podge 2 coats, and you can't even tell it doesn't have resin on the side. Turned out perfectly with no drips, which is the bane of my existence. I hate the resin drips. All right, I'm just gonna pull out, get a little more. Y'all, I'm almost using this whole ounce. So go ahead and make the whole ounce. And if you have some little something, like somebody said, Nani, I like that. Somebody said something about making buttons with their leftover resin. That's pretty cool too. So I'm gonna very carefully come in here and try to make sure all of that is covered. All of this side, it's hard to get in between, but it's doable. And if something shifts, you can just shift it back easily. All right, I literally have just a scoop, just a little baby scoop left. So that was an appropriate amount of resin for our piece. So now I'm just gonna take my fingers and I'm gonna go right along that curved edge and just kind of rub that in and seal that end. I don't know why I started doing this, but it just makes me feel better. And sometimes I can see, if I miss it, I can see that edge. Because I don't do the sides, I can see that little edge of canvas unresined, and it bugs me. So just doing this little rub right around the edge is very helpful. All right, so let me see. Oh, lolly, I like it. Now I can salvage my gloves now and use them for the next project. Oh. So, hang on. Steve is gonna make me drive home by myself in the dark. All right, let me hit this with the heat gun. You really want to make sure you pop as many bubbles as you can, especially on this black. I see some debris. You'll get that in just a second. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm gonna put one of these gloves back on because I see some spots on my buttons. Oh, I'm so glad time changes. Ugh. I see a couple of little spots on my buttons that aren't completely covered because I was drizzling. And so I want to, hang on, that's supposed to be upside down. I want to make sure that those spots have resin. All right, so just kind of look at it and dab it with your finger. I think that was it. Mostly was in that area. All right, now I see some debris. It looks like glitter. I have no idea how glitter got in my studio. I'm just kind of looking to make sure everything is covered. All right, looks good. So now I'm gonna take my little pick, which is MIA. Where's my pick? Where's my pick? Where's my pick? Oh, here it is. And scoop that off There was a little bit of glitter. I don't know where that came from. Crazy. Let me show you this, y'all. This is so stinking cute. Look. How adorable. Look at the vitrograph. And I did paint, if you missed that, I did paint a few green strokes up under. I wish that was true, Kathy. And so here is our carrot. So cute. I'm going to raise the camera up and see if I can show you the vitrograph sticking up off the canvas. Hang on. Let me not be upside down. Hey, y'all, I'm back. Okay, so look, I want you to see how much that vitrograph is sticking up. These are, if you do pieces like this, you don't want to have to ship them because they're super hard to pack. Normally what I do is shove like bubble wrap or tissue up under there and kind of hold it up, but you can see how high that's sticking up off the canvas. Got a couple pieces that are really sticking up, but that is stinking so cute. I love this.